everyone. Welcome back. And we have another topic here in Let's Talk Legal with Attorney Zai. And of course, this is about the resignation of the Ako Bicol Party List Representative, Congressman Zaldy Co. So as you are all aware, on September 29, 2025, Congressman Zaldy Co tendered his resignation from the House of Representatives. And in his resignation letter, he cited real, direct, grave, and imminent danger to himself and to his family. And of course, alleged violations of his right to due process. But of course, don't you think the timing of his resignation letter is kind of off, Because this came in the wake of serious allegations linking him to irregularities in flood control projects worth millions, if not billions of pesos. So the allegations revolve around budget insertions, kickbacks, substandard materials used in several projects, of course, ghost projects, no? And but of course, the meat of our discussion is what will happen to Zaldy Co since he has already resigned. Will he still be held liable for the allegations against him, for the accusations against him? And just for everybody's information, no, the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or the ICI, has already recommended the filing of graft and corruption against Congressman Zaldy Co. That includes also malversation and falsification charges against him. So what will happen to these charges? Of course, as expected, Congressman Zaldy Co denies all these allegations against him, maintaining that he did not personally benefit from any project and that the budget allocations are collectively approved by Congress. So, of course, that is expected from him, that he will deny all the allegations against him. But right now, what will happen to Zaldy Co, no? What are the effects of his resignation? First, let's talk about the ethics complaint filed against Congressman Zaldy Co before the House Committee on Ethics. No, from the legal standpoint, the House of Representatives already lost its jurisdiction over Congressman Zaldy Co from the time he resigns. The reason for that is because the jurisdiction of the House Committee on Ethics extends only to the sitting members of the House, meaning to say those that are incumbent. So that means that once a lawmaker resigns, the complaint or the ethics complaint before the House is already moot and academic because, again, the House already lost its jurisdiction. So applying that to the case of Zaldy Co, the House Committee on Ethics no longer has jurisdiction over the ethics complaint filed against Congressman Zaldy Co because he has already resigned. He is no longer a sitting member of the House of Representatives. So that's one issue. But now, what about the cases filed by the Independent Committee against Zaldy Co? That's one issue. But what about the charges against Zaldy Co for graft and corruption, malversation, falsification? So what will happen to this? Will his resignation exonerates him from these criminal charges? The answer is no. We have to take note that the resignation of a public officer or a public official does not exonerate him from any administrative or criminal liability because this will run against the Constitution, particularly accountability of public officer. So what does it mean? It means that even if Zaldy Co resigns, even if a public official or officer resigns, he will still be held liable, okay, from all the criminal and even administrative charges that he committed during his term, okay, or prior to his resignation. So that means that the graft cases, the malversation and anti-corruption cases filed against Zaldy Co before the ombudsman still has jurisdiction and authority to act on that complaint. Similarly, if there are criminal charges filed before the Department of Justice, the DOJ will still have jurisdiction over those criminal cases filed against Congressman Zaldy Co. And the same will also apply to cases filed before the Sandigan Bayan. So now you see, the only effect no of the resignation of Congressman Zaldy Co is only on the ethics, only regarding the ethics complaint filed against him before the House of Representatives. But regarding the criminal and administrative charges filed against him before the Ombudsman or the DOJ or even the Sandigan Bayan, it will still continue. The Ombudsman, the DOJ, and the Sandigan Bayan still has jurisdiction over those cases. Of course, I'm not saying this based on my personal opinion, no? Baka kasi sabihin nyo, ito si attorney DDS to or Marcos loyalist or ano pa, Pinklawan or Dilawan. So I'm saying this based only on what the law provides and what the Constitution provides. And in fact, no, there are already several jurisprudence decided by the Supreme Court which provides that the principle of accountability beyond tenure. So what does it mean? It means that the resignation of a public official does not work as a blanket protection or it does not work as an immunity from criminal and administrative liability, but rather the resignation, it will only vacate the position, but the public official is still or can still be held liable for all the acts he committed during his tenure. The reason for that is of course the Constitution, no? Because under our Constitution, it provides that public official must at all times be accountable to the people. So how can we hold them accountable if they will resign or if we will allow resignation to exonerate him or to wipe away all their criminal and administrative liability? So that would be unconstitutional, no? So again, somebody has to be held liable. Somebody has to be accountable for all these, issues regarding corruption over government projects or flood control projects. Okay, so I hope you pick up a thing or two, and that's it for Let's Talk Legal with Attorney Zai. See you in our next episode. Bye!